Praise God. Welcome to Pastors Hub today. We want to appreciate you for always being with us. We also appreciate our Father in the Lord, Pastor George Izuma, for the privilege he has given to us to sit on his behalf. With me today is Reverend C.O.C. Joshua Ekana.
God bless you.
And Reverend Timothy Ade.
Thank you for joining us. Be blessed.
Reverend Akin Idoniboye.
Thank you for joining us.
My name is Pastor Samuel Eju, and we are going to be looking at raising passionate members. That is one of the things we are actually also going to look at in tomorrow's vigil. Our Father is going to do a quick walk on it, but we need to look into it before you come for the program. So I'm going to be handing over to Reverend C.S. Joshua Ekana. How do we raise passionate members?
Thank you, Reverend Sam. God bless you. And people watching us all over there, the Lord bless you. The vigil tomorrow is going to be something else. But Pastor George said, don't miss it. Because one of the things that is very paramount in the heart of a pastor is how to have passionate members. There are some things that really weaken a pastor. One of them is when a pastor has empty seats in his church. But worse than empty seats are empty hearts. And if you have people that are occupying the seats, but their hearts are empty, there is no fire, there is no passion, there is no zeal. They are not ready to jump when you say jump. They are not ready to dance when you say dance. Jesus, spoke about an untoward generation, a generation that's not toward anything. He said, you sing for them, they don't dance. You cry, they don't mourn. So nothing moves them, nothing motivates them. So a pastor can be stagnant, can be stagnated, he can be grounded when he doesn't have members that catch his vision, members that feel what he feels. Now, how to raise members that are passionate? I think the first step is that the pastor must be passionate. Pastor George Izunwa says something, and I won't be in a hurry to forget it. He said, you can't market what you don't model. So if you don't model it, you can't market it. If a pastor wants his members to be on fire, that pastor must be on fire. In Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15, he said, I will give you pastors after my heart. So pastor is the thermostat of the church. He regulates the spiritual atmosphere of the church. So when a pastor is passionate, passion is infectious. So the same passion in the heart of the people, in the heart of the pastor, it genetically transmits into the gene of the member. So when you see a passionate pastor, when you see a prayerful pastor, he's likely going to have prayerful members. If you see a giving pastor, he's going to raise a giving church. So it's like pastor, like people. So if you want your people to be passionate, definitely you are going to be passionate. There are many other things, but since I have very, very grounded people here, let me allow them to say a few more
Thank
things.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Reverend Timothy, sir.
Thank you. I was feeling relaxed thinking. Glory to God. Just like what my senior brother said concerning pastor is a thermostat. Wow. Raising a passionate member has to do with good discipleship. If you lead people to Christ and they know Christ, they have a sense of accountability to Jesus. Now, sometimes we teach people be loyal to your church, be loyal to your pastor. It starts with being loyal to Christ. Any member that is loyal to Christ will surely be loyal to the church. So it starts with leading them to Christ. Discipleship. A passionate, when you see a church where the members are passionate, it's not one day thing. It's not one day thing. You have to sit down with the people and teach them step by step. Now, it is easier to look at a church and try to become like them. So I like this church, their members are passionate. One day I went to Dunamis and I saw the way they run their program. And I saw members there. I wonder what they have told them. Because it's like they are not going anywhere. You see people coming morning, evening, afternoon. Look at Gateway also here. You see, you can see the energy at which people are serving. Now, it's not one day thing, it's a work of so many years
Over time.
over time. So they are teaching the people the way to follow the Lord. When you have a good discipleship program, it's going to reflect in the passion of the member. So let me just mention that one.
Means teaching,
Teaching.
constant teaching.
Yeah, teaching.
Continual
Teaching that make them to be a genuine follower of Christ.
Let them know Jesus first.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 3 things.
Thank you, sir. Three things. The first is, people keep coming. People keep coming. So there has to be a culture that encourages passion. People come in, and even when they don't know everything about the church, they just want to push. It's like zeal without knowledge. It's not the best though. It's better to have zeal and no knowledge than don't have zeal, don't have knowledge. You can teach the people for the knowledge. The other part is the prayer part. The heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. As rivers of water, God turns it whithersoever He will. The pastor has to be intentional about praying for his people. There are certain climates that are put on people. There are certain persons that come in and they are genuinely interested in Jesus said for two of his disciples, he knew what was going to happen. One was Judas. He didn't pray for him. The other one was Peter. He said, the devil has decided to sift you like wheat, but I've prayed for you. There is that a pastor has to be intentional about praying for his people. There is usually a heart transplant that happens in the place of prayer. He said, when you leave here, you will meet with the Spirit of God will come on you and He will give you another heart. Then the third thing is always giving the people a captivating vision, something they're excited to pursue. Jesus told the disciples, He said, follow me, I will make you fishers of men. Something compelling that can drive them. Passion sometimes is driven by what you know, also driven by what you see in revelation and see in the physical. There are certain times when maybe a wall is somewhere, and but passion sometimes is also driven by fear. You want to cross something, and ordinarily you can't cross it. But when something happens that demands life and death, you can energy comes to be able to cross that. So they something captivating that they can pursue.
So number one is culture. Of by calling passion.
Yes.
Number two is captivating vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the other one is praying.
Pray for the people.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have mentioned 5 now.
Yeah, mention 5.
It's okay. Let me add maybe 2 or 3 more angles to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, let me talk about purpose. Many times, like in January, we're more interested in giving people position than giving them purpose.
Yeah.
So you can see somebody who is men's leader, women's leader, and he is just intoxicated by his position because he has not been schooled in the purpose. So if you have a men's leader that understands purpose, I am here to raise men, I'm here to raise women, there will be an attitude towards raising those men and towards those women.
I want you to make it clear to me.
Okay.
I'm feeling like every member of the church, we fuel their passion by giving them calling. Is it what you are trying to?
Yes, exactly. Yes, when you see yourself here, I'm here on a mission. I'm a men's leader this year. There is something I have to achieve.
Wow.
That is very close to what he said.
It's a very good point.
A vision. Then, but I want to, narrow it down to a purpose. I know why I'm in this church.
Yeah.
So there is a way. You are not cleaning the church as a sanctuary keeper because you want to please the pastor. You know why you are there. You know that that's your assignment. You know that God is going to reward you based on how you handle that assignment. And if there's going to be a promotion tomorrow, so when they are there, they have a sense of purpose. So there is a way. If you see somebody going far, there's a way he takes his steps.
Yeah.
So they must have that sense of purpose. Now, another thing that fuels purpose is the kind of message we preach.
Yeah.
There's a kind of message that does not fuel. When you're a motivational speaker, you won't get passionate people. I'm not trying to talk down on motivation. Anybody needs to be motivated. But if you are called to preach deliverance, you are I'm called to preach revival. Someone is called to preach faith. Someone is called to preach finance, whatever. Now, if you hit your message and your message carries fire, now the fire in that message, when we talk about revival, if you're a revivalist, there's a kind of message you preach.
Yeah.
And if you preach that message, you're going to raise revivalists that are on fire. I don't know whether I'm making some sense. So when you have a message that carries fire, now that revelation doesn't give people information, it gives them revelation. Now when you go to the pulpit and it's as if you are unveiling things, the eyes of people are opening to eternal realities. That's a way to approach life. If you look at Deeper Life Revival, some people sold their television, some people did all kinds of things. They were crazy about the revelation they caught. So when you preach messages that ignite the people, when you preach messages that carry serious fire, and it's going to create passion. And that now I want to talk about, the other things one could talk about is celebrating testimonies.
Yeah.
When there is a testimony in church and we talk about it, to celebrate it, that testimony, people market it, it can fuel passion. There are some churches you see, maybe watch Pastor Chris, and a miracle happens. See how people roar. It creates an atmosphere. So one of the things that will generate passion is when we keep creating encounters in church. People come to church. You wouldn't like to come late. But if you have a kind of church where they know that it's 10 o'clock now, it's praise and worship, by 12:15, pastor has started preaching, and by 12:15, 25, this message, there are some churches that are so structured. There's structure, but there's no fire, there's no encounter. But if you come to a church that you can anticipate, not anticipate, you cannot, how do I put it now? You can estimate what God is going to do. You cannot really stay at home and say that's what's happening. So there's anticipation, there's expectation, because if you have a church where there are constant encounters with the presence of God, zeal is automatic. Yeah. Because when God is present, anything can happen. You don't even want to go late. You want to be there to receive. You want to be there to catch up with what heaven is doing at each point in time. So if we are pastors that create encounters for people, we must have zealous people. Let me stop there.
I think we had to thank you so much. We need to be introducing problem-solving programs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Problem-solving program.
Yes, problem-solving programs. Everybody that comes to church for a problem to be solved. We have heart-fed problem. We have real problem, which has to do with salvation of their souls. So when you introduce problem-solving program occasionally, in a special, but sometimes when we are introducing our program, we should introduce the program to people with inspiration in such a way that they know that program. I'm watching for that program. I'm watching for that program. I can't wait for that program. Just as you know that in Impact now, Zoom conferences, of course, we are already prepared, waiting for the program. So we should have problem-solving program. It will trigger the passion of the people, and also I want us to add this to it. We're celebrating the results achieved by the church, apart from testimony of every member.
Okay.
This is what church is doing. This is what our church has done. It has a way of adding value to the church. Like, for example, a man was saying that he stopped paying tithe because it's from our church. The pastor used tithe anyhow. Now, when you enter another church, he saw the way the pastor using tithe. He said, we use the tithe in the workers' meeting to empower these people. That's why I bought the machine. We use the tithe to take care of these widows. We say, so, wow. Now, that made him to be more committed in tithing. He want to pay tithe, but he want to feel a kind of sense of accountability
to know
where it goes to.
Enjoy all moments.